discussed some functional approach. So basically, in the functional approach, there are some three approaches. Okay, like in the இதெல்லாம் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு we discussed, right? Use value, esteem value, cost value, exchange value, time value, place value. This is all is done. Okay, அப்புறம் now functional approach to value engineering னா பாத்தீங்கன்னா primary function, secondary function and optional function. இந்த நம்ம ப்ராடக்ட்ல மார்க்கெட்டிங்ல படிப்போம்ல primary product அது மாதிரி தான். செகண்டரி ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ், பிரைமரி ஃபங்க்ஷன்னா பேசிக் பர்பஸ் ஆஃப் த ப்ராடக்ட், அதுதான் வந்து பிரைமரி வேல்யூ ஆஃப் தி ப்ராடக்ட். Secondary function means like what is basically designed from the design consideration, like as we were telling like no before like the அந்த இது டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோமே Lysol bottle on the handle because it is going to add value. So it came because of a design consideration, right? So that is what is your secondary function. Optional functions like no, if it is there or not there, no issues, right? So which directly does not contribute to the functional value. அதனால பெருசா ஒரு functional value. Okay, no problem, Adigal. We will talk later. Okay, so optional functions is functions like no, which will not contribute to its functional value. Either one, because of in the optional value வரும்போது what will happen is you will get a higher price. Pricing வந்து நமக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஹையா நமக்கு கிடைக்கும். So that is what is the option function. Okay, second. Next is tools in value analysis. Okay, when we talk about tools, எதெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்றோம்னா first வந்து design analysis. Design analysis will become a very important tool. சரி, அந்த வேல்யூ அனாலிசிஸ் எப்படி பண்ணுவோம்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லைக் நோ வி வில் ஹேவ் அ பேசிக் ஃபங்க்ஷன். நம்ம என்ன ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்காக வி ஆர் டூயிங், வாட் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் ஆர் பர்ஃபார்ம். தென் மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் மீன்ஸ் வாட் இஸ் த மெட்டீரியல், எந்த மெட்டீரியல் யூஸ் பண்ணி பண்ணணும், what is the quality of the material. Then if you take labor, what is the direct labor cost. If you take a process, what is the process that you are using it. Then if your standardization means if there is any material that you are buying or any component that you are buying, is there a standardization that we will do. Okay, so this is the value analysis checklist. So a checklist to check it. What we will do is we will find out. So in the design based panni we will make an analysis. So design based panni, as we were telling enella varum, and what all will come in your analysis is what is the function, what is the material, what is the labor, what is the process, what is the standardization. Like the pencil number we were discussing, no value analysis we were talking about, right? So if you take it as an example, what is the purpose, what is the function. Function means its pencil is basically to write, so the lead should be of good quality. You must be have something which you can write. So என்ன மெட்டீரியல் யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம், அந்த லெட் என்ன குவாலிட்டியில இருக்கணும், அது என்ன குவாலிட்டியில இருந்தா you will be able to get a writing. அதோட bounded one wood வந்து what quality of wood, what type of wood you should use it. And the material specification, like no specification when it comes now, if a lead na this millimeter thickness, right? That is what like no நம்ம and even with the pencil நம்ம வாங்கும்போது they used to give the specifications கொடுக்கும்போது the lead ஓட thickness பொறுத்து தான், based on that only you will have the pencil and the lead like no whether it's a dark pencil, extra dark pencil, like no we will get, right? So what is the specifications that will go with the pencil material, and what is the labor cost of like no manufacturing that particular product. What is the process, like no what kind of process, whether you are going to use a manual process, an automated process, what kind of process you are going to use. And if there is any standardization, okay, like standardization in the sense like the specifications or this particular material, this particular standards has to be used. So all those, this is called as the value analysis checklist chart. Okay, so you will take the value analysis checklist. So this is one type of tool. Value analysis பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு tool என்னன்னா design analysis. இந்த design analysisல தான் all this checklist will come. Okay. So is there any other tool, madam? Only we have to do by value analysis. Each one, if when we do the design analysis, as I was telling, design analysis is one tool. For each and everything, like no for functions, materials, labor, process, each and everything you are doing an analysis. Okay. If there is any other method, where the method apart from design analysis, we have something called as cost analysis. So cost analysis, what we'll be doing is we will relate everything with a cost. like no, in terms of material cost, labor, manufacturing overheads. So இது எல்லாத்துக்குமே we will see what is the cost involved in it. சரி, once when you know the cost involved in it, அந்த காஸ்ட்டுக்கு whether it is translating into the value. இப்போ நான் 2 ரூபாய் கொடுத்து லெட் வாங்குறேன், இல்லை இந்த பென்சில் வாங்குறேன்னா அந்த 2 rupees பென்சில how many cost you can break up. அந்த 2 rupees pencil will have, say, what is the cost of the lead, what is the cost of the wood, what is the labor cost, what is the cost to paint, what is the cost in the process, manufacturing process. So you will all do with the basis of the cost. So what generally we do is we will try to find out what is the reason for the existence. Over component you will take, like as we were telling, again going back to the same pencil example, you will take that pencil, each component that goes into the pencil you will take, and you will find out why it should be there, whether it has to be there or not to be there. And then you then go through a creative analysis for generating better alternative. This one for each of this component, for every component that goes into the manufacturing of pencil, if there is any better other option, okay, then and you evaluate it and implement it. This is what we generally do in value analysis. You remember we talked about another example also, like or assembly manufacturing line la, they had one machine, so that person has to put 4 different types of nuts and bolts. அப்போ 4 different nuts and bolts பண்ணும்போது what will happen, he has to spend so much of time to take it separately, like he has to search for it, for the right size of nut, for the right size of bolt, and then he has to fit in, and then he has to put. So 4 different sets. So it was time consuming, right? So what they did automatically, rather than having 4 different sizes of nuts and bolts, they changed the frame to have one single type of nut and bolt. So what happened? So that is what we do in value analysis. Like we take each component and find out why it is existing, whether it has to exist in the same way or not. Okay. So sometimes they do it in what is going to happen because of this now. Obviously, the company product will be at a better price. So with a company product, like you can do when in the same example which we were talking about, when you are able to improve the productivity of the person, then the cost is going to come down. So when the cost is going to come down, you will be able to give it at a better pricing. So company products are priced higher sometimes in the market, but like no, after doing value analysis, you will be able to make more profits. Only you will make more profits, or you can give it to your customers at a reduced price. Okay. So this is done. Obviously, there is a return on investment which is going to increase. So how does a company generally do? Means first is they have some different phases. Okay, organization phase. It will be very theoretical. I'll put it in the drive page. I'll share a drive. I'll share. Share the whiteboard. Today data is also very bad. I don't know. Okay. Stages in value analysis. Okay. So what is the first stages? We will have organization phase. You're not able to see. I've shared, ma. I've shared. Are you able to see now?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, இரு நல்ல வேளை சொன்னியே. இரு.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
சரி, சரி, சரி. Are you able to see? Okay. Wait, I will on the Jamboard. Is it visible now? Are you able to see stage and value analysis? Okay. Okay. So what we have is these are all the fall phases. It is actually understanding and implement like no will be easy with examples, but அதாவது theory எழுதுறது கொஞ்சம் ட்ரையா தான் இருக்கும். Okay. But just know the stages, okay? That's all. It's kind of like decision making. ஏதாவது ஒரு decision எடுக்கணும்னா what we will do. Next year, management information systems கூட will be studying. So before we want to take some decisions, we will collect all the information and then select it. So something like that. Implementation phase. As all cycles follow only, general things only, which you will be able to do. Okay. So organization phase now you get to know what the organization. Information phase now you get to know over product, what are all the components that is going in through that. Innovation phase you will think about like what can be improved, what can be changed better, what can be replaced. That is your innovation phase. Next is evaluation phase. நீ change பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு you will get some idea, but you will evaluate because I'm going to change this, whether the product will deliver the same quality, will there be no problems, any changes that can be done. So evaluation phase. After you are evaluating it, then you will do choice phase. ரொம்ப ஈஸியா சொல்லலாம். Like we used to study marketing, consumer behavior. What we do, we collect all the information and then like no innovation மட்டும்தான் will not be there. You try to compare and then you make a choice, right? So the same thing. After you make a choice, here you are implementing. After implementation, you do a review whether it is really perfectly working or is there any change that has to be done. So these are all the few stages in value analysis. So in the value analysis பண்ணும்போது examples like we already discussed, right? Okay, now what is going to happen because we do this value analysis? Product design is going to improve, your quality will be maintained, you will be able to cut down cost, you will be a company generates some lot of new ideas. As like no as a company is making some profit and like you're generating new ideas, இதெல்லாம் வந்து basically will help a team spirit and morale of the company. Employees will also move up and you are making optimum utilization of resources so that nothing is being wasted and you are taking like then the products also. So two things I was telling you. Two things will happen. Either your product cost will come down or the company will make better profits. Either of it is good only, no. Either you want to make good profits or the product cost is going to come down. And like it is going to improve the creative thinking of the employees also. And it will motivate the employee like no by providing like no job satisfaction. Okay. So these are the few things that happens here. So what happens is if you take from the design part, from the point after you do this value analysis, from the design part, the product design is improved, quality is improved, optimum utilization of resources happen. If you take cost, savings is improved for the company, you are providing at a quality and a reliable price. If you take the creativity of the employees, it has been fostered. And since like no, for example, if you yourself has been in a very participative management, you people work in place like where people ask your suggestions, ask your thoughts, what immediately we will do, your creative thinking is going to get better and it will also you will feel motivated, you feel good, right? Everywhere like no where you are loved, where you are respected, you will feel good. So It will motivate and it will give you a lot of job satisfaction. New ideas will come up, and like the entire team spirit itself will improve. Okay? So all these will be few benefits of the value analysis. Okay. So with this, actually, we finished the value analysis part in your unit 5. So unit 5, I will be taking. SG sir has finished other units. Where is it going for you? என்னடா கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கீங்களா இல்லையா?
இருக்கோம் மேம்
எஸ் பர்ச்சேஸ் வந்தாச்சா? சரி, ஓகே. ஏன்னா எனக்கு class is started. Okay, so because yes, Harsh. Because it's weekly only one class for me, so I'll be doing unit 5 only. Someone raised their hand. Do you have any questions? No? So Lakshit, take attendance, ma.